Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday. We are here with another What's New, What's News for Wednesday, May the 7th. Hello, everyone.
Is that what we call it? What's new? What's news?
Yep,
Oh, I thought it was just What's New Wednesday.
it's What's New, What's News. Because, I always like a catchy little pun and play on words. That is a holdover from my advertising days, and I do have a love-hate relationship with a good pun. So,
All right, we're gonna do this in 15 minutes today, right?
Matt says we're going to do it in 15 minutes. If that were the case, he shouldn't, have made this humongous pile of for me to show.
It's game 2 tonight.
Okay, well, yeah, might have to be a couple minutes late. Oh, the look I got, ladies, if you could only see it. Matt, when you have a moment, if you can pass over my water glass as well, please. I inadvertently left it. There we go. We all need to hydrate, so make sure you're hydrating. Now, as I was alluding to, we've got quite a bit to go through tonight. So while I'm introing things here, you might want to grab a notebook. You might want to grab a pen or really learn how to do the screenshot function on whichever device, excuse me, that you are using tonight so that you don't miss out. Or as some of our ladies do, they've got one device open with the what's new, excuse me, and one device open with the website.
Yeah, because we didn't do this last week, did we? I think
last week we did Learning Live on Wednesday.
Right, so we haven't done a What's New in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got a lot to show. All right, so
and more I haven't done yet.
Yeah, there's boxes that have not been shown or have not been received yet either. So I know some of you are getting really, really good at stalking that what's new page, that new arrivals page category on our website. You can always tell when something new has been added because that little quantity count in the top left-hand corner gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But okay, have I done enough teasing? Have you got your notebook? Have you got your pen? Have you got a snack? I know it's just after dinner, so maybe a snack is not appropriate, but maybe dessert. Anyways, welcome everyone. Excuse me, and of course I'm starting off with a little frog in my throat. My apologies. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to come and join us tonight, whether you are watching us live or catching us on the replay. We are the Paper Crafters Workshop. Here is the website, papercraftersworkshop.ca, just in case you didn't know what that was. And if you are looking for what I'm going to show tonight, you're going to go to the top. You're going to click on Shop Online. In the drop-down menu, there is... Oh, Matt's just getting his glasses. He gave me a funny look. You're going to click that drop-down menu. You're going to go into New Arrivals, and then you're going to pick the May New Arrivals because we are, in fact, in May. It is springtime. The day was beautiful today, and I've got some very spring-like things to share with you tonight. And I think I'm just going to go right across my desk here and bring out the first stack. Oh goodness. And these are new goodies from Elizabeth Craft. Now, as you guys have heard me talk about, April was busy. We got behind on a few things. So this is actually a culmination of a couple of releases from Elizabeth Craft. As we get caught up, the same is going to hold true maybe next week, maybe the week after when we show Concord and 9th. I actually combined my April and May releases so that they shipped all at once. Because again, these days, maximizing our shipping dollars is one of many things we are attempting to do to manage costs. Yeah, it's crazy out there, folks. It is crazy. Let me see what these little piles are. Let's just go through stamps and dies first. And they're going to be a mix of releases, and then there are 2 new paper packs as well. All right, so let's go back a couple of releases with Elizabeth Craft. We had David's new release for Art Journal, and we were a little bit selective on this release because we were a little bit late. But we brought in the Playful Grunge. Let's get them in order. We brought in the Gentleman's Timepiece, the Playful Grunge, and the Doily Galore. Doily. That's always a fun word to say. These are meant for the XL art journals, which I didn't fully appreciate and didn't bring in any of the XL journals themselves. There are 2 new colors in the XL journals. So I will get those on the next release. But in the meantime, these 3 collections have some really neat elements as well. So the Gentleman's Timepiece having this clock with the chain, and this is the background piece that goes with it. We've got a little banner that says time will tell. We've got wow here, or if you turn it upside down, it's mom. And then some hands to make this into a maybe not functioning, but a realistic clock face, much like a pocket watch that gentleman, hence the name Gentleman's Timepiece, would use. And they've done some really nice techniques with some waxes and with inks. And that is just a really fun element to play with. Then we have the Playful Grunge. Now, these large pieces around the outside are meant to be the pages for the journal. This one actually looks interesting in size. So it is 6 by a little bit bigger than 6 by 8. So you could use this page just as it is in, say, a 6 by 6 mini album like the Snap or the Doodlebug, or even in your Elizabeth Craft planners. But in case you wanted to just use the elements, we've got some pockets, some scrolls, the little diaper pins, some extra reinforcements, and the words say art and play. So you can do some really fun things like that. Matt, we need a little scroll for when we're keeping track of our cribbage scores. So maybe I'll have to make one of these.
Kind of booklet for that.
Yeah, we do, but this would be prettier. This one here is called Doily Galore. And again, it's got the tag. It's got a little clip. It's got this fun little belly band. So I don't know if you can see on the camera, there is a little score line on either end. So you could use it as a cute little tuck spot to keep things in place. And so those are the 3 kind of base dies for the Art Journal XL from David's most recent release, which was, I'm going to say it was middle of April was when it came out originally.
I just had a really weird feeling.
Uh-oh.
I feel like everything I've said and everything you just said to me makes it sound really old.
Yeah.
I had to go find my glasses.
I talk about playing cribbage.
And tracking the scores. Oh my God, we're old. We're an old couple now.
Yeah, but I think we were an old couple when we were in our 20s. So,
oh my God.
Anyways, we digress. Boom, boom.
Sorry, everybody.
Nope, that's okay. And then next up, we have Angelica's line. Angelica is known for her flowers and foliage. So we've got greenery fillers too. Oh, let me come down just a little bit here. So lots of great foliage. These little guys here would be for berries, or for you could use them for flower centers and that kind of thing. We have some new flowers. So this is the magnolia. It's got lots of petals, lots of leaves, some branches, and then we brought the cherry blossom in. And these were requests from Darlene as well as them being part of the new release. And so look for an upcoming Learning Live that Darlene is going to play with these, show you how to shape flowers, kind of get you engaged and see how these flowers can, really jump off the page. And she's got some great techniques to be able to share with you for that. So cherry blossom, magnolia, and greenery fillers. And then there is also a new modern vases. Now, these ones are cool because they are designed to be dimensional. There are some extra score lines in order to make these lift up and pop off your page. Again, I don't know no, you're not going to be able to see it, but if you look on the website and look at the detail on these different vases, however you want to say that word, it really does add dimension. We have also seen a lot of great samples using the dimensional elements in the shadow box frames. Do you guys remember this one? This is an older Older die set. I feel like we had it in maybe 2 years ago even. Whoops, I don't mean to throw it.
What are you saying that we had? No, we never had those.
The shadow box?
Yeah, no, we only ever special ordered that in. We've never had it.
Oh, okay. Okay, if you say so. Anyways, we've got a few of those in, and we will show you how to use those as well. So I think those will make some really fun decor pieces. I know it's cutting it close, but it could be for Mother's Day, or you ask for this for Mother's Day and you make it yourself. And then, and lastly,
how is that a Mother's Day then?
Because you get the tools.
Oh, you're crafting.
You're crafting. You know, who would not want a whole day of just crafting for Mother's Day? Well, but it's not Father's Day. It's Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But you can bring me lunch. You can bring me snacks. You can bring me more water. You can keep me entertained. You know, the whole night.
If I leave the house and leave you alone?
Oh, well, you know what? A quiet house is also a good thing. Rounding out this collection is some little birdies. So we've got floral branches and sentiments. So we've got some flowers here to color. We've got tons of sentiments on here, plus this adorable little chickadee. There is no die for this set, so sorry, you have to fussy cut. But if you don't want a fussy cut, we've got this little chickadee die as well. And it is super sweet. And I think, you know, much like some of the other birds, if you just change the colors, you could turn this into other birds that are out there in nature. So that is the rest of Angelica's Paper Flowers collection. This one released, can't remember, I think it might have even just been this maybe last Monday. So we, again, a little bit late, but they did arrive. Not too bad. And then last but not least, we've got 2 new paper collections from Elizabeth Craft. This one, the Backgrounds Volume 1, coordinated with David's line. So it's got lots of great backgroundy paper, scripting, writing on it, collage-y type thing. And then, of course, the spring blossom goes really beautifully with the chickadees and all the flowers, the magnolias and the cherry blossoms that were shown in Angelica's collection. With these, you get 12 double-sided sheets. That's 24 designs, plus this inside cover sheet also has a pattern paper on it. So lots and lots to choose from. And that is Elizabeth Craft.
Josie is saying that being old is a privilege.
Well, there is something to be said for wisdom and the fact that we're still here and all of that good stuff.
The only sucky part is we're still a few years away from the senior discounts.
Yeah, but you know what? I got asked the other day if I wanted to use my seniors discount. So sometimes you just have to take the benefit of that and roll with it. Okay, so we just showed some dies and paper. Where should I go next? I think I'm going to go to this little pile here. Some more dies and paper and stuff. Actually, I'm not sure where Deanna's samples went. Can you look and see?
Right there.
They're over here. Okay, because watch it for power cords. Okay, I'll come back to that in a second. And so I'll come back to that in a second. Okay, last week I shared with you.
2 weeks ago.
Was it? 2 weeks ago, I shared with you the lighthouse, the sailboats, and the beach houses and said, oh, we forgot the bottle that it's held in. And Matt turned around and went and ordered it right away. Well, guess what? Look what's here. So this is the message in a bottle. Sending a little message is the little sentiment. It's got some little, I don't know if they're windows or if, oh, you know what those might be? These might be to help you when you're putting all your different pieces in there to create that shadow box look to it. We're definitely going to have to play with this. But this is a really fun, you can make a little shaker out of it. And I like how they've got that little puffin in there. So pull out all your little characters and play with that.
We've got a couple people who watch and stuff that already have it. Jan already has it. I know Adrian already has it.
Yeah, Adrian picked it up already. All right, next up, also that was from Moonstone, which is Hunky Dory. Then we got these guys here from Studio Light. 2 weeks ago, I think we shared a purpley spring one. This is another one that was recommended by Inez, one of our lovely customers. She requested it, and when we had a look at it, it's like, oh dang, we better bring it in for everybody. So,
dang. Oh my God, dang.
No, I'm just a little hick. That's all. It's all good. It's all good. No, all love and affection intended. So we have the card making pad here. And with this one, this has all kinds of great elements and pieces for your card making. And the way I kind of look at it is as a card kit, in that you're going to take this page out of that book, and this is all you're going to use to make your card. The only thing you need to add is your card base. So you've got punch outs, you've got little extra elements, you've got the lovely girls on here, whether you want to use the small one or the large one. You've got sentiments, and there is 2 of each page in the book. I think there's 2. Yeah, 2 of each page.
Did they make cards that are bigger than our standard A2?
Because they are a UK company, that there are some larger squares, but I think there's a mix, because this one looks to me like it would be an A2.
No, okay. A2 or 5x7?
This one is just shy of 4 1/4, just shy of 6. So it is that A6? I don't know. I don't know the numbers, but this would be closer to your standard size. You might have to trim a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. But how cute is this little puppy holding the flowers and all those blue butterflies? So that is what and then there are some extra elements here at the back. And if you need some inspiration, it's all here on the back of the pad. So that is the card making pad. Not to be confused with the die cut designer pad. So where this one I treat this one here, I treat as a card kit. This I create as a creative extravaganza that you can do anything that you want, mix and match how you want. So there's a whole bunch of papers. You get 2 of each sheet. So look at that beautiful, beautiful girl there. With her puppy. We've got other backgrounds. We've got lots of great elements here. This girl here with the camera. So you can mix and match. You could use this for journal pages. Cute little puppy. You can use it for journal pages. You could use it for layouts. Then there's a whole series of cut aparts. And then there are your punch out elements at the back. So this one's a little bit more freeform. It's got a lot more options and variety in here. Look at those beautiful, beautiful images. So this one really just once you got your creative juices going with this one, then you can really branch out. And again, this doesn't have to be limited to card making, because this is 8.3 by 11.7 inches. It's that A4 size. You could absolutely use it in a wide variety of projects. So there you go. Though that is called Blooming Spring. No cutting required. Well, except if you're cutting your paper down. That one's a little bit of a misnomer, but this one here also has that no cutting required. All you do is punch and glue. So that's Studio Light. And then the popularity of the picket fence card kit that we shared 2 weeks ago, we leveraged that and brought in a couple of other different styles. And these are perfect for spring. I mean, this would make great teachers' cards, or even, female graduation cards, Mother's Day cards, or just because cards. So these ones all have birthday wishes. These ones have a variety of sentiments, and all your pieces are inside. I think when we shared the picket fence one, it shows that you've got your card bases and all the elements. And I'm not sure if there are instructions in here. I think the other one had instructions, so I would guess that there is instructions on the inside of this one. So we've got the watering cans, and we've got the flower patch pots. Sorry, missed that word. Called it pops for a reason. Okay, so that is that from Katie Sue. Let's go from the UK.
Can you go back to the gentleman timepiece?
Yep.
Die set.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll be able to answer this, but we can
okay, hold on. More. All right, gentleman's timepiece.
Teresa's asking whether or not it'll fit the Square XL art journal. I don't know what the Square XL art journal size is, so I don't.
My understanding is that this was designed for the XL art journal. I do not know if there's a difference between the square and some other shape. So, Teresa, if you want to email us and ask us that question, we can do a little bit of research. Or if Darlene or any of our other journal people are on watching live, then maybe you can help us answer that. The largest die is 10 inches by 5.1. So if you fold it in half, that to me looks like it's square. I'm not as familiar with the journals themselves, the journal sizes themselves, so we'll have to look into it for you. But Teresa, please do send us a reminder so that we can. All right, so there you go. Okay, where to next? You know what? Let's keep going with studio. I was going to say let's go back to Canada, but we'll make that segue in just a second. So I'm going to share with you these two die sets. We do also have circles, but they have been selling fast, and there are rectangles that exist. However, we don't have any in stock. They didn't send us as many as we ordered. This is a fabulous nesting set that gives you that torn edge look. So you've got 3 sizes that are large, 3 sizes that are a little bit smaller, and it creates this beautiful layered kind of look. The larger one is a little bit different, so it's not a true nesting set in that it's all the same from largest to smallest. There are those 2 different sets, but look how fun they are. That is the square, and this is the oval. All of these will fit in a standard Platinum 6 or Big Shot machine, so you don't have to worry about that not fitting in your main die cut. It won't fit in a Scout, obviously, but I think your standard die cutting machine, it's going to be fine. And the reason why I bring this up is because this was one of the dies that is similar to what Deanna recommends in her for her revved up dude manly card set. Card class, which is coming up. The class itself is on May 24th. I don't think I have a. Do you have a?
We used to have something, but I think it may be gone.
Yeah, I think I may have deleted it. But our kits arrived yesterday. And so I'm really happy to be able to show you the samples that she has sent. This is using Rustin Revs 2.0 from 49 in Market. And oh my stars, these are even better in person than looking at an image on a screen. And I know you're watching me through a screen, so you might just have to kind of take my word for it. But the layering that Deanna does using all of her black foam, you do make, was it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in the class. And she just loves putting all of these fabulous things together. And like I said, we still have a few kits available. We are almost sold out. But if you were still on the fence when we had to submit our numbers and you didn't sign up, well, maybe now is your time to sign up. So if you've got, I know we call this a dude class, but it could be for anyone who loves the outdoors. Any outdoorsy person. If you like ATVs, if you like camping under the stars, if you like s'mores. No, there's no s'mores on here. I'm just, being silly. If you like cars, look at that. Now, the sentiment here says the man, the myth, the legend, but you do get so many different elements in your kit. I believe it's a full pack of ephemera. You get laser cuts that you could easily swap out your sentiment if it didn't fit for what you need. And then I'm finishing with this last card here. So lots of great dimension. Deanna, once again, has done a bang up job in designing these. And if you've never taken a class with Deanna before, her classes are perfectly designed for beginners and experienced crafters alike. She creates the cards in real time while she's teaching, and you just take it step by step. Now, if I remember correctly from previous classes, she'll do a few cards, then they'll take a break, and then you'll finish the rest of the cards. But she has it so well paced out that no crafter ever gets left behind. And then it will be available for replay if you cannot attend live, or maybe you can only attend part, or maybe you're one of those people, and I totally appreciate this, where you like to watch first, kind of see where they're going, and then go back and create on replay. Deanna's classes are perfect for that. So we do still have a banner on the homepage that will take you to the registration. But we, like I said, just a handful of kits left if you want to get in on these. And if you are local, we're going to have these samples in the store so you can come in and take a look at them as well. Huge thank you to Deanna for creating those. Now, another thing I do not have a banner for, but we do also still have kits available for our occasions kickstart, which is coming up in June. My plan is we're starting to kit. We've got all the supplies now. We're starting to kit. We're working on our samples. So once I have a little bit more to show, I will do one last round of teasers. But again, if you've been on the fence, time is ticking and you need to get signed up for that class so that we can get a kit in your hands. Okay. We went from the UK. Then we talked about Deanna, who is in Canada. That's a perfect segue to talk about Simply Stated, who is also in Canada, our friends from Edmonton. Now, Darlene has sent home, we've got some new stuff, but Darlene has also sent home these guys. So one of the neat things about Simply Stated is that she has some great little sentiment packs. And so they come like this. You get a variety of sentiments, a variety of fonts, a variety of sizes. So we now have thanks back in stock. I think we used it in one of our craft around projects, but now have this guy back in stock. This one, I believe, oh no, it says March, so we did have it before, but this is a get well one. So best wishes for a speedy recovery, get well soon, so on and so forth. And I can't tell you exactly how many. You every pack is a little bit different. And by every pack, I mean thank you is a little bit different than get well, which is different than happy anniversary.
I tried to count them and put it in the description.
Okay, so Matt did try to do a count based on the picture and put it in the description on the website if you need an exact count. But I'm going to say anywhere between 12, 15, maybe even 18 sentiments in a pack. This one is happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
No.
Sorry, not allowed to say it. Not allowed to do it on the screen. We've got two birthday ones. This one is called Party Animals because it was part of a collection. And it's got some great happy birthday fonts in it. And then this one is the birthday sentiments pack. Remember, you can get away with anything when it's your birthday. Age is a number, and mine is unlisted. I like that one. And then we are finishing off with sympathy, holding you in my heart. So sorry for your loss. I hate that we need sentiments like this, but we do. So this is a nice little pack that has some great fonts and some great sizes that you can use and pull out and use on those sad moments that you need them. So those are the sentiment packs. And then we have 3 new critters in the Quirky Critter series. So I'm going to start with this one. This one is called Cute Sheep. And they are super cute. They look like they've got
that one. What is that?
I don't know. He looks like he's got cotton balls stuck to him, which I think is adorable. And then there's this one up here too that's in the rain boots and the umbrella. So some of them are dressed, some of them aren't. So that's the Cute Sheep. We have the Cute Cluckers, and you got to make sure you say that one properly, or not, depending on the circle of friends you have. So adorable little chickens with their great big googly eyes. And then my personal favorite, this one is called Quirky Cows.
Oh, we're back to the furry cows, are we?
We are back to furry cows. But I just love the expressions on their faces. And I know these guys are going to go fast. So make sure you go and grab those while you still can.
I still don't understand the concept of petting a furry cow.
Petting a furry cow.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, you might have to go visit some of our friends out west. All right. Let's dive into this box here. And I know time is ticking, and I still have another big pile over in that corner of my desk. So let's see what I've got here. We have half of this box is Spellbinders. And it is a random selection.
Hodgepodge.
Goody. It is a hodgepodge. So first and foremost, we have these scalloped and stitched ovals. This is a nesting set. You know, as I was talking a little bit earlier, we've got a series of ovals in the middle that nest from a large down to a small, and it alternates. So one has a straight edge, the next one has a stitched edge. So you could absolutely make frames, or you could just use them individually. There is also a little bow. Bows are one of the trends of the year right now. So you'll see lots of bows on things coming this spring. And then there is this large base oval that has the scalloped edge, and it just looks beautiful. Now, once again, if you are signed up already for the occasions kickstart, you're not getting this die. Not getting the die, but you are getting this in pre-cut pieces. We have cut one set in white and one set in black, and that will be included in your kit, not including the bow. That was a little too delicate to kit. But if you think you like this and you're going to be really curious to see what we make with it, you might want to snag one of these right now. So that was scallop and stitched edge ovals. This one is a better press plate called Splatters.
I like that one.
It's kind of fun. This would be super fun if you did it with foil, because better press plates can be foiled as well. And you'll notice that this is going to go to this side because that's going in Sheri's pile. This one here is called Field Notes Twine. It is not the whole base piece. It is simply the twine that goes around your little notebook here and create that fun little faux closure for whatever projects you are working on. Would work really nice on a card kit or a card as well. But the previous twine dies that we've had, constantly having to restock those, so this might be something a little bit different for your collection. Back to better press, we've got the memo splatter. So similar to the previous one, which was just called Splatters, this one is now a full cover plate. And whether you use the whole thing or just use part of it, that's lots of fun. No, this one will go in this pile. We've got Take Note, which is notebook paper, and it's got some little sentiments. So if you want to make to-do lists for yourself or notes to actually write to a friend, these are perfect for that. And there is a registration template in here to help you line up the words where you need to line it up. If you want something a little more free form, there is the journal grid. Probably going to make the camera go a little wonky.
You're being called an enabler.
Good. That's my job. That's my job. And yes, this one's going over here because I already have plans for that one.
Oh my goodness. Stop trying to hurt the camera.
Then we have this one. This one was from the Dina Wakely collection. And it's one of the ones that we played with when we were in NAMTA. It's really fun because it's just some abstract shapes. So we've got some circles with some markings on it. We've got these little polka dotty areas. And then we've got the leaf. These are all for better press. You can also foil them. And there is also a die if you want to cut the leaf out as well. Further in the Field Notes collection, we've got this little set here called Field Notes Tools, which has the pencil, the scissors, and the magnifying glass. Little hard to figure out when you just look at the dies themselves, but these are the blades for the scissors, and then you've got the handle for the magnifying glass and your pencil, but you can always just look at the picture on the packaging. And we have Field Notes wildflowers, the little pieces of tape, the little flowers, the greenery, and the more you add and change the color ever so slightly, you can make these look more full or more like wildflowers that you've just picked from the fields. All right, and then last but not least, I know we've been talking about Mother's Day, but Father's Day, oh no, there's actually two more to show, but Father's Day is just around the corner. So why not get into the Cruisin' By collection? This one's by Mindy Egan. And oh my stars, this one has a lot of fun things to play with. So this one is just the stamp and die for the sentiment sets. Thought you could use a little pickup. Wishing you endless miles of joy. Have a classic day. This little guy here is its own die here called the speedometer. How fun is that? And then we've got this one here. This is a better press plate that is called Radiant Burst. And that goes with it to kind of mirror the circles and create some fun little elements to it. There is a Classic Sentiments die set. And the tape is not sticking on any of these, but you guys get the idea. It's got the detail as well as the shadow. And then the centerpiece to all of this is the cars. So we have this Classic Road Legends car and truck bundle. Has 3 different car sets. Let's crack this open. So, of course, we have the Timeless truck, which I know many people love, especially when you can find some cool stuff to put in the back. Then we have the muscle car and the classic car. So this is coming in a bundle and ready for you for all your car lovers in your life. There is also a layering stencil set that is the sunset. So you can looks like you are driving off into the sunset, but it was delayed at Spellbinders and I wasn't able to get it when we brought this collection in. It has been ordered and is in transit to us, but we'll have to wait just a little bit to show that. And then last but not least, this time I'm telling the truth for Spellbinders. Alex Siberia is a UK designer and she had a whole collection that was I think it was called Springtime in Kyoto. I wasn't sure how some of those elements would work, so I really just focused on the 2 florals. So we do have Cherry Blossoms as a better press plate, and we have this one here called Blossoms and Sentiments. If you want to learn more about what else is in that collection, let me know. I'm happy to send you photos and bring those in as a special order. So this one's got the 2 floral plates plus the dies to cut it out and a die for those sentiments. And this one has the plates, the dies, and then these really cool vertical sentiments that almost look like they've been calligraphy is not the right word, but use brush lettering on those sentiments. So that is that from Spellbinders. Lots of good stuff. A little something for everyone, depending on what you are interested in. Whew. I'm going to take a breather. Any questions so far, Matt? Everything good?
Well, somebody was asking if we were going to bring in the individual vehicles, and I said it was something we're looking at. So
okay. If there is a specific vehicle you want, definitely email us.
But there's only the 3.
There is only the 3 at this point, yes. Okay. That doesn't mean that they're not going to add to it down the road, but at this time, there is only 3. Okay. Next up is something that some of you have already found, but it is the latest release from Waffle Flower.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where you were going.
I'm going to the rest of this box here. So, I need you to slide either right or left. Thank you. One thing that Waffle Flower has started doing, which we think is super, super helpful, is they have started creating some coloring guides to give you a starting point in terms of colors. Now, they've given us the one handout, and if you come and see us in store, you are more than welcome to kind of take a look at it. We are also going to work on getting these added to the website with each particular stencil. They actually went back and did all, maybe not all the postage collage, but Darlene can answer that better because I know she was trying to save them all. But look at how cute these are. And just by changing up the color combinations really changes the look of the card. There is also a checklist. So if you are wondering how many postage collage stencils there are out there, there is also a checklist. If you are purchasing postage collage, you are welcome to email us and request that checklist. We can email it to you, or you can go right to the Waffle Flower website and they do have it as a free download. You do have to add it to cart, but you can get it from their site as well. So if you cannot tell, this recent release, the May release from Waffle Flower, is all about quilting and sewing and cats and dogs. It's got a little bit of a mix there, but it is super cute, especially if you are someone who likes to sew. Now, if you've ever seen Waffle Flower packaging, the packaging doesn't always tell you what's in the package. in a great job. So I'm gonna go through these quickly, but I do direct you, write down the names. I will try to be very clear with the names, and you can go to the website and check out all the thumbnail pictures that Matt has uploaded for us. And the first one, of course, I'm going to share with you is the postage collage, and that really gives you a flavor of what this collection is about. So we do have the postage collage So Fun, so as in sewing, SEW fun stencil set. It is, I don't know how many stencils, it doesn't tell us. I'm going to say it's at least 3 layers.
Probably 4 or 5.
But you can go and check. The details will be on there. Yeah. And then there is a whole series of quilting stencils and dies. So I'm going to show you this one first. This is the tiny square texture die. And it almost looks like cross stitch where it's got the little X's, but it's all these little squares. So imagine that this is a quilt that goes on your bed, and it's all those little squares. But then what do you do with it? Well, there is the patchwork stencil, which just fills in colors in different areas, and you line it up with the squares on the tiny square texture die and match it up. There is the patchwork patchwork cat stencil. So imagine making a quilt with cat faces. And I don't know if you can see it very well when you hold all the layers together. It's hard for me to show, but this will create little cat faces on your quilt, and then you use the die to create that quilt. And then there is, of course, the tiny square stencil that goes with the tiny square texture die. So those 3 all can work together with that die. There is also a quilted squares die. You can use that on its own, or you can layer on the coordinating stencil, which will help you color in and mask out a lot of the areas. And then there is the quilted petals. This one looks like they're little hexagons, but they make a square out of 4 of those hexagons. We have the quilted floral, and this one's got little petals on the, oh, there you go. That one works a little bit better. Let's see if that cat one, if I flip it over. No, too many layers. And then there are some more cover plate dies. So there's the crosshatch with all these little dots. We've got the meandering texture. This would also look really cute with the cats. It almost looks like yarn has been strewn all across the room. We have the clamshell texture. Can do it either direction. And that is it for the cover plates. But wait, there's more. Then we have Fabric Lover die and stencil. So this one does have a stencil that's in the back of the die, and it's a little kitty cat sleeping on layers of fabric. I'm going to be totally transparent. I thought they were books, so you could just say that they're squishy little wonky books if you prefer, but this one is called Fabric Lover. We got the So Fun die, which is sewing machines and all the little bobs and tiny little pair of scissors. You want bigger scissors, then we've got the Notions die, little measuring tape spool, lots of little bits. We've got the quilted frame die. So these are frames that have that similar quilted pattern, and then some dies to piece together. If you don't want a stencil, you want to piece together your quilt, you can use those squares as well. There are 2 silhouette dies in this series. There's the cat and the dog. And while they look like they would coordinate with a stamp set, they don't. They are simply dies that create a silhouette. So you can cut them out of black or gray or even brown and create a nice contrast over top of a really detailed background and little accessories to go with it. All right. This one is a bit of an anomaly. It's a happy birthday. I'm not really sure why it's part of this release, but it is, and we'll never ever say no to more birthday stamps and dies. The neat thing about this one is the coordinating dies actually have a little dotted line around it as well, so almost like a stitching, so it gives a really different finish to your words on there. We have the postage collage So Fun stamp set, so that goes with this postage collage stencil. So much love, lots of scissors, pins, extra stitching. There is this one here too that's called Postage Collage Circle Sentiments. And I'm showing you both of these because there is also a teeny tiny Postage Collage Circle Sentiments matching die. Tried to say that very clearly. The title is bigger than the die itself. If you order this online, what Darlene tries to do is tape it to your order form so it doesn't get lost. So if you're looking through your box and you can't find it, please do check your order form. If you are shopping in store, we are keeping these behind the desk. Again, they are way too tiny and they are going to get lost. So make sure you ask for it. And that will coordinate with any of these circle sentiments.
We are running low on those dice, so we're gonna have to get more.
Okay.
So people, if
they go to find
it
and it's gone, then we will get more. Don't you worry. And then I'm going to round out this waffle flower collection. We have a stamp and die bundle and with stamp only set for the quilted hugs. Yeah, quilted hugs sentiments. Quilted my thoughts into a warm hug for you, wishing you a patchwork of happiness on your birthday. Life's a quilt and you're my favorite piece. You're the thread that keeps me together. So all kinds of wonderful, wonderful sewing related sentiments. And if you look carefully, there's a little teeny tiny pin cushion. This little piece over here is the solid color that goes behind it. So if you wanted to make that into a color, those two stamps go together. So check all of that out. Some of the items are running low. Release day was on Monday and they're already selling quickly. But if you like to sew as well as card make, then this collection is for you. Okay. How's everyone doing? You taking lots of notes? Are you shopping lots? You know, if you did not think you were going to get enabled on What's New Wednesday, sorry, not sorry.
So you're already half an hour over my 15-minute max.
Okay. Well, I have one more pile to go through. And we're going around the world. So we went from the UK, we went to Canada, we dipped down into the US a little bit, and now we're going to head to Australia and see some goodies from Paper Rose. And this will round out our presentation for this evening. But there is.
What was that?
I don't know. You're getting a little punchy. It's all good. It's all good. You're going to go watch the hockey game and I might watch the back of my eyelids. All right. So we're going to start off with some sentiment sheets. We've got gold and silver and we've got black and white. And this simply is exactly what it says. It is a whole bunch of sentiments and they are printed on full sheets. So all you would be doing is cutting them into strips. You could, if you had a banner die or a pennant die or something like that, you could use the die cut to cut this out. I know the next question is going to be, can we foil them? I don't know the answer to that. I have not tried and I don't think we found any information to date yet. So if someone wants to try it and let us know, hey, we would appreciate that. But I don't know if they are simply black and white or if you can foil them in colors. My quick answer is if you want foiled, buy the gold and silver selection. The sentiments are the same in both. You got anywhere from happy birthday, birthday wishes, Valentine's Day, wedding, Father's Day, Mother's Day, sympathy, thankful, grateful, get well soon, a whole range of them. There are 12 sheets, 12 by 8 A5 sheets, one of each color, black and white. So how is that 12? Oh, I guess because there's different sentiments. That's why. Anyways, so gold and silver and black and white. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Next up, I think I'm going to end with that one. So next up, we have this gorgeous collection here called Wedding Balloons. This is the first time I think I have ever seen a wedding collection in blue. And it is stunning. So we've got these beautiful blue colors mixed in with the gold. But what we as a team really thought was helpful is that even though there are some various things that are very wedding related, there is also a lot of paper that is not wedding related. So you've got the bow, you've got the stripe, you've got the florals. So if you focus, if you need this for a wedding and you use the wedding stuff for the wedding, you're still going to have lots left over. Look at those music sheets. You're going to have lots left over to create other things with, or you could use it for anniversary. We just knew that this blue was something we had to bring in. And then this is the basics collection that goes with it. So again, looking at those balloons, that nobody has to know that the package said wedding. That could absolutely work for a birthday or a retirement party or anything else. And then there are some wedding specific ones. Cupcakes, obviously not wedding. Super cute. And correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, we only brought in these 2 items, right? We did not bring in single sheets or anything like that.
That one we have single sheets.
Oh, weddings, we do have single sheets?
Yes.
Okay. But all in the 12 by 12. We didn't bring in anything smaller.
Yeah, I don't know if anything else was smaller.
Okay. So
or they may be coming with another.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff coming that's coordinating with this. But
okay, so we got some more elements coming. They just
don't know about elements, but specialized sheets.
Okay. So there might be more coming. Keep checking the website. The next thing I will show you, and you know what, if you thought that blue was stunning, wait till you see this one. This one is called Poppy Garden. This is the basics. Like, this is the basics. Look at that stunning sunset. And then this is the main collection. That Vespa, so cute. Lots of beautiful poppies, but not dark, not sad. Just some really beautiful, beautiful elements, bringing in that vibrant red and the red contrasting with the blues is absolutely stunning.
Very European.
It is very European, but also something that I think can be very relatable and used for a lot of different reasons. We do have the 6x6 for our card makers. Look at all the little bugs and ladybugs. There is the basics pack that goes with that. And then we do have the embossed die cuts to go with it. I mean, a red butterfly. Be still my heart.
The screen is not doing that red justice.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to come and see this in person. It truly is stunning, and it when I saw it sitting on Matt's receiving desk earlier today, it literally stopped me in my tracks. So take my word for it. Poppy Garden is one that you want for your collection. And then we are going to end with Flower Shop. Now that name has been out there for a couple of different collections recently. This is the paper rose version. So this one has lots of purples and pinks and blues. You know that this is the one that Darlene gravitated to. But again, look at this beautiful girl with her hat. Or this seems to be, it was on the studio light stuff that we noticed too, a lot of rear view. And I don't mean that in a weird way, but looking at someone from behind, getting their mood and their outfits and everything else from behind instead of straight on. Because sometimes faces can be tricky, and sometimes they're beautiful, and sometimes they can be a little creepy. So it is nice to have some variety here. Here is this. So this is the basic set. So look at all those beautiful papers that you get with that. And here is the main collection. So again, flower shops, flowers, all that kind of thing. Very, very very appropriate for this time of year. But that name, we've seen it a couple times as well. And of course, we've got the 6x6 for card makers, and leaving off with the embossed die cuts. Man, you guys have so much to choose from tonight. I don't know how you're going to do it. So many great things. I hope you found something that I shared with you tonight. I'm going to bring this back into screen just because I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love with these red butterflies. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for always supporting us. And we will see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, the stepmoms, the mothers-in-law, the female mentors. If you feel like a mom, or if there's a mom in your life that you think really needs to be celebrated, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Good night, everyone.